Often told, aren't we, that Harry and Meghan are very transparent. In fact, when they sat down for that now infamous interview, apparently nothing was off limits. But truly, how true was that? Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the heart of Yorkshire. Thank you as ever for joining me today. Boy, it's cold out today, could do with a Horlicks. Don't all start. I know you're all buying it, I know you're all trying it, glad you like it. By the way, can we just, as we've got such a beautiful background here today, can I just point out that we are the people's channel, you know? We respect each other. So while I love all your comments, please try and keep away from anything gratuitous. And whether you agree or not agree, there's no need for name calling and things like that. We like to be respectful. You know, that's the whole point of the channel. Now, you know, the bottom line is, I know some of you get very hot under the collar, but it doesn't need to be put down in writing. Think about what you're writing before you put it down. As ever, we want to keep it clean, tidy, and as I say, very respectful here on the show, because it's lovely to have your company. And as I'm sure, as I've often said here on the show, we all get a little bit hot under the collar, but let's keep a lid on it. As ever though, back to your breaking royal story of the day. It's interesting, isn't it, to know when you think back now almost a year ago, when Oprah Winfrey sat down with Harry and Meghan in that bombshell interview. Let's not forget, of course, this was just at the time that we were sadly about to lose His Royal Highness the Duke of Edinburgh as well. The Queen was going through a very traumatic time. And do you remember those trailers from CBS Harpo Productions in which they said, or Oprah Winfrey said, nothing was off limits. Absolutely, she could ask them anything. You know, they hadn't said what they were willing or not willing to talk about. Well, what's emerging a year down the line is something rather different, and let me explain the reasons why. Harry and Meghan, of course, were keen to tell, as Oprah pointed out many times, their truth, their version of events. But what was interesting was what we found out was it may be their version of events, but of course there were certain things that they were not willing to discuss. Now, one could question, were they being polite, kind, and of course respectful themselves? I'll leave you to debate that. What's interesting though to note is simply this. One of the topics that they were not willing to discuss on camera, which was agreed in principle before the cameras rolled for that interview with Oprah Winfrey, Harry and Meghan. I hope that's not Meghan reminding me about this. But of course, that was of course the topic. The topic was Prince Andrew, and they were not allowed to speak about him in any shape or form. Now, if you remember, at this point in the proceedings, there was nothing, no civil case as such, nothing was truly going on. So it's baffling why they didn't want to bring him into the conversation. Obviously, you can understand why. Some people are saying, well, it was that respectful because, of course, Meghan knew Princess Eugenie long before she met anybody in the royal family, which begs the second question, of course. If she already knew a member of the British royal family, how come she knew so little about Prince Harry? You get the picture. So clearly, you know, Oprah Winfrey didn't delve too difficult because she wasn't allowed to. But more importantly, who is telling the truth? As we now famously know, Meghan Markle said she didn't know much about Prince Harry or indeed the British royal family. But so it appears she was friendly with Princess Eugenie. So much so, in fact, you will recall way back when Meghan hit 40, that it was only Princess Eugenie who supported her on social media for that cause that we've never heard about ever since. So once again, you know, there's many different layers on this particular story. Who is telling the truth? Who is not? As ever, I will throw it back over to you to let you decide, and keep it respectful, but for you to decide who you truly believe in this now sorry mess of a situation that really all sparked off just under a year ago. Neil Sean in the very heart of Yorkshire.